Here we go. Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Fly Tying Tuesdays here with Carlisle Fly and Foul. Today we're tying one of my most productive tag patterns or tag nymphs when I'm Euro nymphing. This is just a thread Frenchie with the orange collar, but yeah, so I tied in several different sizes, but this has been really my go-to tag lately, and I'm catching most of my fish on this fly right here. So anyway, going to dive on in it today and show you guys how I tie this. Super simple, super effective, and everybody should have one of these in their fly box. So let's dive on in it. So starting off with a size 18 jig hook and a 2.3 millimeter Saluda tungsten bead, slotted tungsten bead, 2.3. This is in copper, and gonna use some Superfly nano silk 30 denier in black. I'm really digging this this nano silk from Superfly. It's just really some jam up thread, super thin and super strong too. So it's just kind of a all in all great thread for all types of patterns. So we're just going to get our thread started here behind the bead. Just going to bring our thread rearward to right about there where the barb should be, and we're just going to come in with some CDL or some Coq de Leon tailing fibers, and I'm going to pinch off about 5 or 6 fibers. Kind of measure to length here. Then we can just wrap that forward, and we'll cut our excess off close. Okay, we'll just bring our thread back to right behind the bead, kind of lock that bead in, and we're going to come in with some extra small copper wire. So I like to kind of get that wire anchored on the opposite side of the hook shank from me, because that's going to really make it a lot easier to wrap it, and I'll show you kind of what I mean by that here in just a second. So it's a thread Frenchie, so we're not using any kind of pheasant tail fibers for the body. We're just going to use some black thread. Build up just a little bit of a taper to it. Great. Now we're going to go a couple of half hitches here. Save our work so we can use the rotary function of this vise. Alright, so what I was talking about earlier is keeping this wire on the opposite side of the hook, so when you go to make that first wrap, you're not going to mess up your tailing fibers, because sometimes you can kind of get them and push it over a little bit. So that's kind of what we're trying to avoid here. So we're going to take our wire and start with a wrap there, and then just kind of use your rotary function all the way up to the bead there. We can come in and tie this off. Okay, so now the next step is we're just going to come in with some UV resin, and we're just going to put just a little bit on the body itself just to add a little bit of durability to this fly. It's not 100% necessary, but it's just something that I kind of like to do. You don't need to do a whole lot, just a few dabs here. We're going to cure that. All right. Now we're going to come in with some Scud and Shrimp Orange Pink Ice Dub. And you don't need a whole lot of this stuff. It really does go a long way, especially, you know, on a size 18 here. You don't need a ton of it. But we're just going to dub a little bit of a thin noodle here just for the collar. Wrap that right behind the bead, and then we could come in with our whip finish tool. And we're going to do a 4 or 5 turn whip finish here on this. Alright, and there you have it. And you can kind of trim some of these up if you'd like to, or kind of leave it. I kind of like to leave it a little bit kind of frayed and a little bit buggy like that. I think it just has a really cool looking look to it. But again, this is just one of my favorite tag nymphs. Euro nymphing, just this thread Frenchie, a little bit of resin on it, hot spot collar. But you guys go give this a shot and let me know what you guys think, how it works out for you. Be sure to leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see me tie next, and we'll see if we can make it happen. But we'll see you guys on the next one.